Caged sucks. There, I said it. The caged system confuses people because it throws 5 different shapes at you. It just kind of connects those shapes together. Even worse, nobody really knows what to do with them after they learn it. So here's what I use instead. GECA. It's 4 shapes, basically 2 strings. That's way more logical to me. Here's how it works. You memorize your notes on the low E and the A strings. You should already know these. If not, there are resources out there to figure it out. Now the G and the E shapes, they are based off the 6th string root. The C and the A shapes, they're going to be based off your 5th string root. G is going to be behind your root, and the E shape is going to be in front of the root. On the A string, your C shape is behind the root, and your A shape is in front of the root. Now let me show you with the simple G chord here. There's your basic G chord, cowboy chord. So your root is going to be G right here, which is going to be on your low E string. That's your root. In front of that root, we have the E shape. So if I was to start the E shape down here and move it up using bar chords, there's my G. Same thing with the A string. You have your C shape behind the root and your A shape in front of the root. So on the 5th string, C is going to be right there at the 3rd fret. There's your C shape. And in front of the root, you're going to be playing the A shape. Right there. And if I want to let my high E string ring out, you know, I can kind of either dislocate my finger or kind of bunch all these 3 fingers together here. But it only takes 3 notes to make a chord. I can really get all the notes I need just out of these 3. So if I wanted to move that around and connect it together, you know, you basically have the same chord in 4 different positions. You know, if I wanted to play G, my G on the 6th string is going to be right here. On the 5th string, my G is going to be all the way up here at the 10th fret. So I'd play my G shape. There's my root. In front of it, we have the E shape. If I wanted to play it off my A string root, I have my G note right here, the C shape behind the root, and my A shape in front of the root. Play that. If you want to let that high E string ring out, I kind of hold my hands like this when I play that. Or, you know, you can play something like that. But you always know where your root is using the GECA system. GECA basically keeps things simple. 4 shapes always tied to a root that you can see. So next time you're playing a song, don't just grab the same old cowboy chords, find the root on the low E or the A string, pick a shape behind or in front of it, and boom. Let me know below if the GECA system makes a little more sense to you than Caged. I'll see you next time.